Did you know COVID is over? Yep. The Senate voted and it turns out COVID is over because they declared it so. They ain't talked to no doctors, no scientists, no specialists. They just decided to go to the Senate floor, 63 of these folks, and declare that the pandemic is over. I can't make this stuff up. And this is why this is a WTF neoliberal moment. Let's put up this headline. Senate votes to end COVID-19 emergency declaration. The declaration has allowed the administration to take action in response to the pandemic, such as suspend student loan payment deadlines, coming from the Wall Street Journal. Senate lawmakers voted on Tuesday to end the federal government's emergency declaration on the COVID-19 pandemic, a status that has given the Biden administration tools to combat the coronavirus. The Senate voted 62 to 36 to end emergency declaration nearly 3 years after it was invoked. It is unclear if the House will take up the measure. The House hasn't taken up the measure, but the Senate has. And President Biden has made it clear that he will veto any effort. He ain't having it. I'm glad. President Biden, okay, I'm with you on this one. Glad you're saying that, brother. He will veto any efforts to end the declaration. The Office of White House Management and Budget had this, they added this: ending the declaration would weaken the federal government's ability to respond to COVID-19 surges. Preserving our ability to respond is more important than ever as we head into the winter, when respiratory illnesses such as COVID-19 typically spread more easily. The statement said, strengthened by the ongoing declaration of national emergency, the federal response to COVID-19 continues to save lives, improve health outcomes, and support the American economy. So the White House Office on Budget or Management and Budget is saying, oh no, don't do this. The COVID emergency, though, the COVID declaration has been enforced since President Donald J. Trump was in office too, and that is important for us to note. Mayor?
Yeah, I think every time I hear Marshall saying that, this is an attempt for Biden to have expand government, all I can hear in my breakdown white speak language, some people might call it my hotel language, all I can hear is it is not the United States government's ability to save Black lives. We know the inequality toll that COVID took on Black folk, and trying to slow any measure to slow down any access to funds or resources that could be pulled up when this winter starts, as we see a rise in respiratory diseases already, is a threat to Black lives. And we know that, and I wish they would just say it plainly.
Yeah, we do know that. And I think I might have said 62, or it was 62 or 63 senators that voted against that. I think it was 62. There were 12 Democrats that actually joined the ban. Let's put them up. I wish we had their smug shots, but we just got a list. But here they go: Nevada, Colorado, Virginia, Minnesota, West Virginia, Connecticut, you name it. I mean, even Senator Chuck Schumer voted to end the declaration. I want y'all to let that sink in. 12 Democrats. So yes, while we will rail against the GOP when necessary, and it's necessary in this case, let us not forget, let us not let the Democrats off the hook, because they joined in on it. Last time I checked, Democrats still got control of the Senate for now, and this lame duck mayor, even though they want to act like they don't have the power, they still indeed have the power. And given the impact of the long shadow of this pandemic, given the impact of inflation right now on folks, given the fact that people were suffering and catching all manner of hell before the pandemic, the fact that these people, my grandmother would say, Mayor, can fix their mouths, just to fix their mouths, to get up there on the floor and talk this stuff about ending this declaration and then fix their selves to vote to end the declaration is very telling. And I want to bring Bishop Jamal Bryant into the picture, because he said something very profound a few months ago. And he is the pastor of New Birth Missionary Baptist Church in the great state of Georgia, near the ATL area. But he makes a very poignant point a few months ago. And his point was this: that over 1 million people in this country have died from COVID. And we didn't even have a national mourning, Mayor. We just act like this stuff has not happened. This callous indifference to other people's suffering. And then these senators, these United States senators who will be set for the rest of their natural lives, their kids will be set for the rest of their natural lives, and probably their kids, and their kids, and their kids after that. So they can easily go, Mayor, and just vote to end the declaration. But meanwhile, in hoods where people are misunderstood, rural hoods, urban hoods, and suburban hoods, they have shown very clearly that they don't care. And it's not only the GOP. As we put up that list one more time, Marissa, let's show them again. The Democrats that voted to end the declaration. Oh yeah, let it sink in, including Senator Chuck Schumer. They said it's okay to let it go. I want y'all to know, when we raising hell on all these folks. We ain't letting nobody off the hook when it comes to not caring about the people of this nation.